Okay, and we're just about 2 minutes away. And the counter's counting down.
Recording in progress.
All right, and we'll be getting started in just a moment. And got it. Let's get started. Okay. And welcome to our YouTube Live and LinkedIn Live streaming audiences, as well as our Zoom audience. Welcome to the Career Information Session. Learn how to build your product management career with the University of Minnesota Carlson School of Management. My name is Stuart Creek. I'm with Simplilearn. We are the delivery partner with the Carlson School. And I want to apologize. Our scheduled speaker from the Carlson School had to cancel, but I will try to cover for him as best I can. Talk about our agenda today. We'll be talking a little bit about
with the University of Minnesota.
Asking you a few poll questions. You can also put your questions in for the Q&A, which will happen toward the end of the session, into the Q&A function in Zoom or into the chat or comment boxes of your streaming service. We'll try to get to those when we reach the Q&A portion. Again, I'll talk about product management, what it is and why it's important. For those of you who are here because you want to get into that field, you probably know that already, but I will review that for the rest of you. And then we'll talk about what this particular program from University of Minnesota offers and how it gets you future ready and job ready. Then I'll cover the enrollment steps for the program and get to that Q&A. So let's begin. The critical role of product management, not project management, product management, which is sometimes considered a marketing role, sometimes considered a technology or development role, but basically it's driven by users, and it's evolved over the years to accommodate the needs and demands of users. Users of products are not satisfied any longer with, we built it, you buy it. If you don't like it, find something else. Instead, they're demanding that products meet the needs that they have. So they have lots of choices in the marketplace, and they really don't want a company to say, Steve Jobs was famous for saying, well, they don't know that they want it yet, so we're going to build it and then they'll figure it out. Um, Instead, people want to understand that you're providing them a product that designed with their needs in mind. Um, so, a world where you don't have to wait until the next issue of the magazine about your interest comes out, um, to find out what the new products are. You can go online at any time and find out what products are available for your interests. You can find out the entire spectrum of them and compare them. And that means that you as a buyer, consumer, can insist on getting a product that meets your needs, fits them well, and gives you a fair price. You may not want to get the cheapest, but you definitely want to get the cheapest that meets your requirements. And so as a producer, as a developer of products, you need to have that mindset, where you're going to put yourself in the shoes of your customer and develop the right product, and then develop it right so that it's built properly, meets the needs of the customer, and provides a delightful experience, not just a satisfying one, but a delightful experience. And to do that, you need to understand what your customers' needs are. You also need to understand what your capabilities are so that you know what you're capable of buying that will meet the customer's needs, or what you're capable, rather, of producing that will meet the customer's needs. So product management acts as a hub of the business. It coordinates all of the activities. And the challenge of product management is that you may not have the official authority within your organization to tell people what to do, but you have the responsibility within
ChatGPT
your
has hit a million
organization
users in the first 5
to
days,
tell
and
people
with it
what
comes a
needs
dark
to be
cloud of the
done.
popularity of Google search.
And
Worldwide professionals, especially
you need
coders,
to
are now
understand
resorting to ChatGPT to solve their
who
issues
needs
rather
your
than Google.
product,
But does that mean
who the
Google will
customers
eventually
are,
fade? The New
why
York
they
Times
need it,
certainly thinks
why
so.
they'll buy it
See, while
instead
Google
of
is
your
still more
competitors'
relevant for
products,
updated
you
information
need
or
to
more than
communicate
simple
that
searches like maps or
internally
images,
to your
ChatGPT seems to be the perfect stop
development team,
for to-the-point answers.
and then
Thanks to
work
its
with your development team to figure out how to build that product at a price that the buyer will pay, and then work with the marketing and sales teams to understand where and how to sell that product. So product management coordinates all of the activities within your company towards a single end, which is to develop a product that people want to buy and are willing to pay for. So to accomplish that, to be a good product manager, you need to have a whole variety of skills so that you can be that hub and interact with all of the different entities within your organization to understand product strategy, how to do innovation and ideation, coming up with new ideas, get new connections, and what's in the marketplace and what people want, what's possible to do. You need to have a design thinking mindset so that you can look at the customer's needs and match those to your capabilities. Design thinking model includes empathy with the customer. You need to be able to do market research and analysis to understand what people really want out in the marketplace and what they're actually buying. And then you need to identify the MVP, the minimum viable product that you can build to test your theories about what people want and what they'll buy. You need to be able to study user behavior, user expectations, and define the user persona of your ideal customer. And sometimes you'll discover that the ideal customer that you expected is not the same as the ideal customer who's actually out there to buy your product. So you need to be open to that possibility as well. You need to be able to do the prototyping process. If you're doing a digital product, that means wireframes and prototyping online, and building prototypes to different levels of fidelity to the final product. Then you need to be able to define the user interface and user experience, which is critical in any product, whether it's physical or virtual. You need to make sure that customers who use your product feel comfortable with it and aren't frustrated or confused by it. You need to look at your product life cycle and roadmap so that you understand where you're going to start and how it's going to evolve over time. You need agile methodologies for the project management aspect of product management so that you can coordinate activities in agile and flexible way. You need to understand AI and ML applications because those will make it possible to include interesting new features in products and in fact may become the driving force. We're all familiar now with the stories about chat GPT. And so a product manager in many different areas, many different product industries would need to know about that type of technology in order to understand what a product in that field might use it for. Um, you need, of course, to understand product marketing and how to communicate to potential customers and position your product in the marketplace. You need a set of tools that allow you to exercise all of these skills. And finally, you need to understand organizational development, leadership thinking, because you will need to be able to influence all of the people from your position as the hub of the product development process so that you can get product developed, built, marketed, and successful without necessarily, as I said, having the formal authority in your organization to order people to do things. So you can see that this is a very rich field. It's very challenging, but a very rewarding one. And you're all here because you're interested in this field. So what has stopped you up till now from becoming a product manager, pursuing a certification program or an education program, the type we're talking about today? And if you're on the streaming services, you can put A, B, C, D into your chat or comment. I'll leave the poll open for some time here. Seeing the numbers starting to come in. And we'll watch them change for a bit. And it looks like they're stabilizing, so I will end the poll at 5 seconds. Please get your numbers in. Hit that submit button. And here we go. So the biggest concern people have is that it's difficult to find a program that will give you practical experience that you can then point to and show off to your employer or your potential future employer and say, and this is how I've done this work. This is my experience with it. And then the next two concerns are about neck and neck, which are not finding enough time in your work schedule and your personal life, or not finding a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. So let's talk about those things. And we'll talk about them in the context of the Product Management Bootcamp from the Carlson School. The QR code would take you to the program page on our website, but we'll be talking about much of that material right now. The Product Management Bootcamp is a 6-month program, so that it requires a commitment of about 10 to 15 hours a week, which is enough time to get a comprehensive training in product management without requiring so much time that you have to um, really turn your whole life around or to do the education. We have a comprehensive curriculum, which we'll go over in a bit, but it's all delivered online, and much of it is through live virtual classrooms where you meet weekly with instructors who will take you through the material in the live environment. They will answer your questions. You'll be able to interact with your peers in the classes, and um, that will get you on track to do the projects and the homework between class sessions. And that you can do at any time, because the platform is available to you 24/7 on your desktop, your laptop, even on your mobile device, so that the materials and projects that you need to do between class sessions, you can do on any time that's convenient for you. We'll be doing projects uh, on the platform, uh, actual exercises, hands-on. You'll be learning by doing. You'll be building a portfolio that you can then take with you after the program and show off. So we're very proud of the program. And at the end of the program, you receive a certificate from University of Minnesota Carlson School and Simplilearn that certifies that you have completed the program successfully, mastered the materials. You get a alumni association membership from the University of Minnesota. Along the way, you take live master classes from instructors from the university, and for 6 months after you finish the program, you have access to a job assist program to help you look for your next job if that's your interest. Um, Talk about the Carlson School. Carlson School of Management is one of the early schools of management in the world, actually, established in 1919. So many schools of business or management were established after World War II. Big flowering of management theory that happened after that period. This one predates that. So the history of the school goes back over 100 years. The University of Minnesota goes back further, and there are nearly 5,000 students at any time with the Carlson School, almost 60,000 alumni, a whole number of, instructors and faculty members, some of whom will be teaching master classes in this course. So the Carlson School is internationally recognized as one of the leading schools of management, and having that on your resume will be a feather in your cap, big advantage for you. So the prerequisites for this program are very, very straightforward. You only need to have a high school diploma, although of course you can have a college degree. You only need to be 18 years of age, and you do not have to have work experience. But we find that the program is suitable for people who are either trying to get into product management, want to learn the skills, or who are product managers and want to modernize or enhance their skills. So that's pretty straightforward. Let me ask the question in our audience, how much experience do you have? This would be work experience. not necessarily product management, but all work experience. I think the poll doesn't quite match what's on the screen. We were asking if you have, if you're currently studying, or if you're under 3 years, 3 to 5, or more than 5 years experience. Apologize for not matching the poll to the, not matching the screen to the poll. And numbers seem to have stopped changing, so I will close the poll. One last chance to click submit. And so the folks in our audience are overwhelmingly people in the workforce, and more, almost 2/3 who are have more than 5 years of experience. So we have a very seasoned audience today. We'll talk about how this program benefits you, as well as the people who have less experience. So how the program prepares you. Again, this is delivered entirely online, delivered in a set of 8 modules, starting with a basic introductory or induction session that gets you oriented to the curriculum, to the online learning environment, gets you familiarized with where to find everything and how to manage it. After that basic induction, then you go right into the essentials of product management. Get the foundational skills for the field. Next module talks about user experience research. So this is where you're beginning to develop that understanding and empathy of the users and what they want to get out of your product, how they want to use it, what they want it to accomplish in their lives. And then you move into product design, which matches your capabilities, what you can build, to that desired user experience. Into product marketing to understand how you would get the product out to people in the world, make them aware of it, make it available to them for purchase, create the supply chains that are necessary. And then there's a module on software development, because you may need to understand, if you're building digital products especially, you may need to understand how they're built on a very cursory or basic level. So we do help you with understanding software development, although you do not have to bring a software development background into this program. We also give you introductions to tools. Key tools that we cover are Jira, Mixpanel, Balsamiq, and Google Analytics, which are all important tools for product managers to understand how to manage programs, do prototyping, understand the behavior of consumers. So we give you training in those tools and give you exercises so that you use them and learn by doing. Finally, you tie all of this together into a product management bootcamp capstone project. And the capstone project, where you choose a industry-based real world challenge and spend about 3 to 4 weeks building your answer to that. So how you would develop a product around that challenge. And you work under the tutelage of your one of your instructors, mentor you through that process. You end up with something that you can show off as, this is how I do product management. This is the example that I've done. Along the way, you can take electives of classes from the University of Minnesota Carlson School instructors, and also classes from people working in industry who will share their experience as real world product managers. So as I mentioned, you'll deal with a number of different tools. Chief of them are Jira, Mixpanel, Balsamiq, Google Analytics. You also work with Figma, and all of these are important for prototyping, for understanding and being able to do research, um, and for project management, organizing your work. So again, at the end of the process, when you put these on your resume, you'll be able to point to actual examples, how you've used them, rather than just having them as buzzwords. And again, we return to the capstone project because the capstone project is one of the greatest features of this program. Capstone project allows you to take a real world uh, problem and design your solution to it. You're responsible for coming up with the solution and building it. Your instructor will meet with you weekly for 3 to 4 weeks. Make sure that you don't go down any rabbit holes or dead ends, and stay on target, but you're responsible for creating the solution in your capstone project. And that means at the end of the process, when you put that in your portfolio, you'll be able to show it off as real world experience. And this is all delivered on our digital platform. So I'm going to share this brief overview of that.
Welcome to Simplilearn and our unique online bootcamp where millions of professionals have gotten the skills they need to succeed. There are two components that make our online bootcamp approach so successful. Great content from the world's leading technology companies, practitioners, and universities, and a unique and proprietary learning environment that was specifically designed for high engagement and learner support. When you log into Simplilearn, you set the course timeline that meets your busy work and home schedule and keep track of your progress every step of the way. We'll help you stay on plan with automated and 24/7 human support. At the core of our programs are our live virtual classrooms where you interact real time with trainers that are recognized leaders in their field. There, you'll review key concepts, get questions answered, and interact with your peers.
The important reports on the audience, if you notice, are demographics. This is super useful, especially if you're running ads, for example. You could do it on social media. Later, you'll learn social media marketing too. By looking at these numbers, you'll be able to understand the age range of people that you should be targeting. You know what? You could just focus only on that age category, show your advertisements to them. Very useful.
That's not all. You get to learn from faculty at global universities and industry experts via master classes. Ask your questions to top industry leaders in exclusive Ask Me Anything sessions.
So there's another interesting question on the chat box and say that to optimize in YouTube, you could use the rising section of Google Trends and optimize it. Okay, so let's go back to here, right here where it says web searches, and you can see that there's going to be the YouTube searches, okay? So now you can see that the YouTube searches is going to be, so there's a option under not just web search, and there's going to be a YouTube search, okay? So just go ahead and click on YouTube search, and you should be able to optimize your search results.
So what is in-stream ads? In-stream ads refer to when we come across any sort of original video, in-stream ads would appear within those video content. So you would be paused when you are watching an original video and lead to a video ad, and then go back to the original video content.
We believe people learn best by doing. Go beyond practice. Tackle practical problems with multiple projects and simulations, and work on a real-world capstone project that you can showcase to future employers. Your learning isn't restricted to just live classes. Explore our highly effective self-learning videos and other resources to fine-tune your learning and remain up to date always. You can focus on different learning approaches by subject to personalize the overall learning experience to your learning style and needs. At the end of it all, you get to walk away with globally recognized certificates from top universities for the program, leading companies for specialized courses, and Simplilearn. So, come on in, experience professional learning like you've never done before. Get started today.
All right. And that gave you a look at the online learning management system. I want to cover a couple of high points there. You saw that you see the component courses of your program. It keeps track of which ones you've completed, which one you pick up next. Gives you the online live virtual classroom environment. Lets you do your labs, tests, projects on the environment itself. You don't have to switch to other systems. Gives you the environment to do the capstone project. Keeps track of your project. Unlocks the certificates for each component course of the program, as well as the final certificate completion of the entire program. And it gives you support tools, being able to chat with your peers in a community, access 24/7 support, both virtual and human support. Get in touch with your instructor and drop questions for them between classes, that type of thing. So we're very proud of that platform. That's why Carlson School chose us as a delivery partner. And Carlson School oversees our curriculum. The program advisors are Kevin Kuhn, who is in the Department of Information and Decision Sciences, and Nikhil Nair, who is an industry product manager and provides that real world flavor to the program. So again, we're very proud to work with them as well, and they guarantee the quality of the curriculum. We'll talk about learner outcomes and what you expect once you've completed the program. We offer a career assist service, not a job guarantee, but a job search assistance program for U.S. learners. And I apologize if you're viewing from other countries today, but this is available to U.S. learners only for this program. But it includes access to educational webinars and career events that go on for free on an ongoing basis that you can access. It includes the projects, including the capstone project, that become part of your portfolio at the end of the program. And then it includes 6 months of the job assist services from Talent Inc. That falls into 3 categories. The first is the exclusive job portal from Talent Inc. That includes their exclusive job listings. We think that's important and valuable. I personally think that the other 2 components are even more valuable. One is the resume review and rewrite service. Today's hiring process includes an AI filter. When you submit a resume to a potential employer for a job listing, there's an AI bot that's going to look at that resume digital form and match it to the requirements of the job description. So if your resume is in the wrong format, that AI bot won't be able to do its work and you'll get excluded from that job. So it's important to know how to write a resume that fits that process and gives you the maximum chance of passing that filter. But then once it does, that resume will go in front of a human being, either on their desktop or on their screen, and you will need to be sure that that resume is in an attractive format that catches their attention. So being able to accomplish both of those goals, the AI bot filter and the evaluator, that's really an art form. And that's one of the valuable services that we offer in the resume review and rewrite. Similarly, the one-on-one interview service provides you with the ability to prepare with a human interview preparer who will go through practice interviews with you, cover both types of practice interviews, the technical ones that talk about your new skills in product management, and then the management and cultural fit interviews that talk about your fit to the organization's culture and your ability to be part of a team and work well with others. So again, preparing for both types of interviews is really a valuable part of the service. I mentioned there's a number of different webinars that we conduct on an ongoing basis that cover different topics, both looking at a survey of a particular industry. We might do one on what are the latest trends in product management. We'll talk about career development services and how to organize your job search and how to organize your own career roadmap so that you have a plan for developing your career. And then we can do, we have done short mini courses, 1-hour lessons on technical topics. So all of those are available to you at no additional cost on an ongoing basis for lifelong learning. And as I mentioned, and here are a few of the there are 6 different topics available for the capstone in this program, and here are 4 of them. Helping define products that take Netflix users from inactive basis to an active status, get them to use the product more. How to understand the electric car market for Tesla and analyze what are the product gaps there. Looking at Instagram's growth challenges, and then looking at how technology can be used in a consumer products business like Nike. So these are real world challenges, and you would pick one to do your capstone project on and show your solution. Again, that becomes part of your permanent portfolio. So based on what we've talked about today, is this a program that you'd be interested in enrolling in? Just based on what you know so far. Leave this open for another 20 seconds. And give you a chance to hit submit. We will close the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 3/4 of our audience today are interested in enrolling in the program. Great. Let me share with you how to do that. The steps are very, very straightforward. You basically email us at askus@simplilearn.net. One of our learning consultants will take you through the application process. You'll need to submit very basic documentation of your educational background and your work experience. Again, you don't have to have any work experience, so they'll just ask you what you do have. And for education, you just have to show that you have a high school diploma or better. And the main part of the application is really what is your interest and your aptitude for product management, and will you commit to the 6-month program? So I'm presuming you pass the application review process. We'll send you an admission offer. Our next class cohort starts in March, with the orientation happening on February 7th, and the classes actually starting March 7th. And if you're ready to do that one, the price of the program is $8,000. You can finance that with zero cost financing for as low as $704 a month, which is about a 12-month program. And for any information to enroll, you want to go to askus@simplilearn.net. What I'm going to do is put into the chat for you the email address as well as the link to the program page. So Copy. And right now in your chat, you will see the email address as well as the link to the page on our program website. For those of you who said you were interested in enrolling, are you interested in enrolling in the March classes, or are you looking further down the road? So launch that poll. We'll let this go for a bit. We'll leave this open for another 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And share the result. So nobody said that they're quite ready to do the March classes, but the class sessions after that, which happen in May, looks like a number of you are interested in that. And if you're looking further down the road, 6 months or more than 6 months down the road, please do contact us regardless at askus@simplilearn.net, and we'll answer any questions you have and make sure that you stay in touch with us, keep in touch with you, so that you know about future program cohorts. So at this point, I'm going to see if there are any questions. Stop sharing here. Oh, what has happened to my screen here? All right, well, I'm completely washed out. I'm going to turn off my video. So I'm taking a look to see there are no open questions in the Q&A. If you have questions, please put them in the Q&A right now and I'll get to them. Meantime, let me see if we have questions. No, I don't see any questions that have come in from other areas. Are there any discounts or scholarships available? We do not offer scholarships. However, if you contact our learning consultants at askus@simplilearn.net, you can find out whether we're offering any discounts. Sometimes we do that. We do offer some promotions from time to time, so you can ask about that question. The other question that's come in is, how does this program compare to an MBA? And that's a great question. This is a course that would be a component of an MBA program. If you enroll in an MBA program, you're going to have some courses that cover this type of material. But again, an MBA program covers a broader range, so it doesn't focus in on product management quite the same way this program does. Again, this program is offered by a leading school of management that does have its own MBA program, so the material, the instruction, the level of quality is comparable to what you would study if in an MBA program for product management. Hope that answers that question. Look, see if there are any other questions in the chat. But if you have any questions right now, take this chance, ask me in the Q&A, and we will hit that. And it looks like we don't have any additional questions. So at this point, let's just ask one last question for you in the audience. Is, do you need assistance with enrollment? So let us know if you need assistance from us, and want to get a feel for that. So we'll leave that open for about 15 seconds. Given that it's a yes or no question, we'll leave it open just for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so about a quarter of the respondents said that that they'd like assistance, which you can get through ask us at simplylearn.net, which is in your chat. With that, I want to thank everybody who attended today. I apologize for the absence of the professor. We will schedule another edition of this webinar and have professor available to talk with you. And in the meantime, please contact us. We'd love to welcome you into the University of Minnesota Carlson School learning community, and love to see you in Simplilearn. So thanks again, and that concludes our webinar for today.